Today is a very special day. We had Sir Richard Branson and our Russian friends from the Skolkovo Foundation, directly led by the Russian presidency, in the Space Trade Center here in The Hague. I've been appointed accredited space agent for Virgin Galactic space program in 2008. And basically what we do is we sell tickets to space.
That's one small step for man.
Commercial spaceship travel, I think, is about a year away. So Virgin Galactic now has its spaceport built, has its spaceship built, has its mothership built. It's going through final rocket tests. And once they're successfully completed, we'll be ready to start sending flights into space. And so hopefully by next Christmas, myself, my daughter, and my son will be the first people to go up into space.
Well, space travel is now. It's not in the future. It is happening right now all over the world. Millions of dollars and euros are being spent and earned in commercial space travel.
The exciting thing about Virgin Galactic is that in its first 12 months, we plan to take 500 people into space, and that's more people that have been taken into space by the Russians and the Americans put together since the start of space travel.
With the rapid development in space industry, we really need some kind of a branch organization, a global organization, taking care of the interests of the industry, of the consumers, of the governments worldwide, in order to expand the business.
The Cold War, I think, did a lot to try to get people to invest in space travel for the wrong reasons, and governments generally invest for the wrong reasons.
Competing and egos and made processes go slower and less cost effectively. Flying through space will be the fast train, and flying with an airplane will be the slow train. So for continental use, the plane will survive, and for intercontinental use, you might choose a spaceship.
It is a possibility that one day that we will be able to do intercontinental air flights at a fraction of the speed that it currently takes. It's a big ask to do it at an affordable price, but the engineers from Virgin Galactic are working at that.
It is quite expensive at present, but wasn't it expensive to fly on the first airplanes as well?
The first tickets on Virgin Galactic will cost $200,000. That compares with $60,000 currently on a Russian spaceship.
Of course, nobody says that the ordinary person may fly to Moon or to Mars or to asteroids, but the common people may fly on the Earth orbit with the altitude of 300 kilometers. Why not?
In the beginning of the past century, it was very unusual for a person to fly on a plane, and now we can all fly for 50 euros from Amsterdam to Milano to buy new shoes.
Initially, it is millionaires that help fund a lot of things. I mean, transatlantic airline travel back in the 1920s was funded by wealthy people crossing the Atlantic.
This is such an innovative position and situation that people gladly want to come and talk with us and say, how can we help? This is actually a phrase as well that we found in our new partner that we were launching today with Global Assistance Alliance, one of the biggest insurance companies in the world, making it possible for space tourists or for space passengers, business passengers, to insure themselves for the flight.
Technologies are quite reliable to send ordinary people on the low orbit.
Safety is a very important issue in space transport. Imagine if something would happen and then the whole industry would be fallen backwards. And as soon as the tests have been concluded, then we will know that it's very safe to go up in space, and then Sir Richard Branson will be the first one going up.
We love to try to push to the stars, and obviously with Virgin Galactic we're literally pushing to the stars.
The 21st century is the space age, whilst the 20th century was the air flight age.
Right now we have a lot of experience how to live in the low orbit. It's a time to open the doors.
I'd always wanted to go to the moon as a child, and I waited for NASA and the Russians to enable me to go to the moon, and soon realized that was not going to be possible. So it's up to individuals like myself to make it possible for myself and others to get out there and enjoy space travel.